Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Thank you for stopping in. Today we're going to be traveling up to North Phoenix and visiting a gentleman by the name of Corbin. Now Corbin runs Zebra Built Racing, and I understand they do a lot of parts fabrication up there. They build motors, and he also races cars. And I've heard through the grapevine, reliable sources say he has a very robust stash of early RX7's up to his place. So we're going to drop in on him, find out all the latest goings on at Zebra Built, and we're going to get into that right now. So stick around. All right, we're here with Corbin from Zebra Built Racing. Corbin, thank you so much for having us over today.
Yeah, no problem.
I know you've got a lot here on your property, so I guess we'll just start with whatever's easiest to get to here, and that's this RX7 in your garage.
Yeah.
What's going on with this one? This looks like it was a race car.
Yep. So this is a 1979 RX7. A local friend of mine who I've known through Rally had somebody contact him, and they've had this car sitting in their garage for 20 years. And they asked him if they knew anybody that would be interested in a RX7 rally car. And they had it built up in the early 80s, I think either 1980 or 81. They had it built into a rally car. And they campaigned it through the 80s and did quite well. It podiumed on a few races in Colorado, I believe, and Idaho. And I picked it up, and what this car is going to do is this car is going to end up being, I'm going to leave it exactly the way that it is. We're probably going to upgrade seats and harnesses. But other than that, I'm going to leave it exactly the way that it is. And this car is literally going to be driven by the original people at rally crosses and my crew.
Is there any timeline for like when you would get that done?
Well, the next rally cross is in January. They just had one this last weekend. And so we might get it done by January or February.
Okay. And I understand that's just one of many
old
RX7's we're going to see today on your property.
Yes.
What did you refer to this as? An orphanage for?
Oh, yeah. It's the Zebra Built Wayward home for orphaned RX7's.
Okay.
And you'll see why.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I see another one right here. This on the trailer over here. What's going on with this one?
So this one on the trailer is going to Albuquerque. The guy up there that builds engines and stuff like that, Brian Scotchdopel, he is kind of resurrecting a Spec 7 class, and I think they have 4 or 5, maybe 6 cars in the Albuquerque area now. They got another one from me because I ended up picking up a few race cars from an old racer here in town, and got some of these cars. And so this one's going to Albuquerque.
So if you have any lost first-gen RX7's, you know who to call, because if he can't do something with them, he probably knows somebody that will.
Yeah. I'm tied into the RX7 community pretty good, so we can find a home for it.
Okay, and now I'm seeing an FC over here.
Yep, we've got an FC over here. I believe that's an 87. It's one that we were doing a little bit of work on. and then the owner decided to that he didn't really want it, so I bought it from him.
And is this one running at all, or is it?
It does run.
Okay.
It does run. We rebuilt the motor and everything, and so it does run and everything like that. It's just been sitting over here, waiting to decide what's going to happen with it.
So we haven't even got into the
We haven't even scratched the surface.
property, and then we've got 3
right?
old RX7's out here.
Right?
So let's see what else we can find here.
All right.
Lead the way, Corbin.
We can come around here to the...
Okay, Corbin, I just want to take a second here before we go any further. And, you know, we have a lot of cars to talk about, but I wanted to talk about you. How did you get started with all of this? Like, what drew you to the Rotaries? What drew you to these RX7's?
So a while ago, probably 15, maybe 20 years ago, I worked with Paul Yaw. I didn't work for him. I worked in the same building as him. So I got to talk to him and everything like that. And we all know him as the Yaw Power, building the Nicky carburetors. He was one of the first guys building that stuff, and he built engines and everything like that. Well, when I worked for him, we started talking about, I grew up with my dad always having foreign sports cars in the garage, like Triumph Spitfires, Fiat
Right.
X19, Porsche 912s. My dad had a whole bunch of these cars, and I always wanted an MG midget. And then after my car accident, I was kind of bummed because I was like, well, I won't be able to drive an MG midget because they never made those in automatics. And when Paul and I were talking, he's like, a rotary engine would fit in that. And so that rekindled my thing, and I bought a donor RX7, and I got this MG right here, and
Okay.
and it's been a project, but it's mocked up in there right now. There's a 12A and a 3-speed automatic transmission in there right now.
Okay.
But this car right here is
what led to all the other cars we see.
It led to my rotary obsession.
So how do you you drive these cars? Like, you still rally till today, right?
Yeah.
So how exactly, I mean, people might be curious.
Yeah.
How exactly are you shifting and, like, able to perform in these races like this? Is there
Yeah, it's interesting.
something you can show us, like how you have it set up?
Yeah, we can go in here to the rally car.
Oh, now this is the actual shop in here where a lot of stuff is getting done.
This is Zebra Built World Headquarters.
I'm gonna kind of just do a 360 here.
Take it all in.
There's a lot of parts in here, tools.
Yep.
And this is years and years of accumulating stuff, right? You said like 15, 20 years?
Well, I've only been on this property for 7 years, and the shop has only been up for we built the shop about 5.5 years ago. But it quickly filled up. I thought that this size shop was going to be good, and I was wrong.
We see we have an assignment board here.
Oh, yep, that's our project board. What's coming down the pipe?
So yeah. Well, if nothing else, like, I'm envious of this garage here.
Right?
I mean, I wish I had a setup like this.
It's literally the reason I bought this house.
So this is the one that you're taking out now, like you race this right now.
Well, yes, this is the current rally car. It's not drivable right now, because I can't keep a transmission in this car. It's a bridge ported motor. It's a monster bridge ported motor, so J ported, so it's heavily cut into the housings. Zebra Built came about because my friend Steve, the guy we bought the MG together to build that, and then he passed away. We had a business when I first moved to Arizona 27 years ago. I had a Land Cruiser that had zebra stripes around the windows, and it started as a dare in Wisconsin to put these zebra stripes on my car. And I moved down to Arizona, and then all of a sudden everybody knew me as the zebra guy.
Okay.
Because I was a wheelchair athlete. I played basketball for the Phoenix Suns wheelchair team. I was on the U.S. sled hockey team. Did a bunch of stuff with adaptive sports here in town. And everybody knew me as the zebra guy. And I'm a fabricator, so I made all my own equipment too. So my first company was called Zebra Sports because I made all the sports equipment, like track and field. I made the throwing chairs for shot put, discus, javelin. And then when we started building cars and I built gates for a while and everything like that and was more just fabrication, it was Zebra Built Fabrication. And then when we did the race car, it was, Zebra Built Racing. My dad actually hand drew these stripes on this car.
Really?
With a pencil. And then I came out and taped it all off and everything. And my dad's 83 years old and on oxygen with COP and emphysema. So, I've got pictures of him, sitting here by the car, with a pencil, and he hand drew these stripes on here, and the stripes are my tattoo. And Dad did the logo, my Zebra Built Fabrication logo.
So something tells me this is one you're never letting go of.
No.
And we were going to talk about the controls in here. Can I?
Yeah, you can open the door. Yep, sure.
It's kind of tight, but we
Yep,
can.
I can get it here. So this is the hand control right here. So this is down for gas like that, and then you push it forward for brake. And that's it. And now this car has a Chevy Turbo 350 transmission on it. So the green lever is the shifter. That's a B&M Pro ratchet shifter. So every shift, that lever goes back to the same position. So it acts like a sequential gearbox. So you just grab that thing, pull back one time, and it's first gear. Pull back a second time, it's second gear.
Okay.
Pull back a third time, it's in third gear. And then the gold thing is going to be the e-brake. And the e-brake is basically so you can set up for turns. And I did something cool on this car with respect to that. I added another flange on the rear axle. So my rear axle actually has 2 brake calipers on it, on each wheel.
Oh, really?
So one set of brake calipers is only for that e-brake. So when I pull that e-brake, I'm only pulling rear brakes. Now when I push the regular brakes, it's the other set of calipers in the back and bias to the front.
Oh.
So I have complete control of the rear end of the car.
So you were telling me about this
Yeah, so this
intake
is
setup.
So this car right here is literally the second car in the world to run this Holley Sniper EFI drop-on system, and it runs great.
How do you know that?
Well, I guess that's a good point. It's a solid guess that this car is the second one in the world. The guy who actually pretty much can say that his was the first is up in Utah, Connor, and he and I were talking about it at the same time, because when I was doing research on if it was possible, I came across his name and his name only, and so he was probably about 2 or 3 months ahead of my progress, and so he helped me get some settings and everything like that, and then we created a Facebook group for Rotary engines running on snipers. So we've helped hundreds of people.
So this is a lot more common today.
Yep, we've helped hundreds of people set their cars up.
I was actually looking into this myself.
Yep. It's a great setup.
So what would be the advantages? Is it just more reliable than the?
Yep, it's more reliable. It's a quicker response. The throttle response on this car is unbelievable.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
So real crisp acceleration.
Yep. And then with the little touch screen and everything like that, you can fine tune stuff. So like when oh, here's that alternator bracket.
There's a nice collection of housings. It's like carburetors, intake manifolds, air filter housings.
Just about anything.
Alternators, starters,
torque converters. There's a bunch of differentials right there.
yeah.
All LSDs. There's probably, I think there's 8 of them there, 8 or 9. All LSDs, different ratios.
Even got some interior stuff.
Yep.
Oh, I guess it's better than pitching it.
Yeah, and then this is a run stand. So when I built the first engine that I built, I put it on this stand and ran it. And you're getting a little peek of something that we're working on. Is this is a 3D printed prototype of a manifold. I'm probably going to do a little bit of curving, but this will put a 2-barrel Holley Sniper right on a 12A motor. So you can just go right there, not have to get an adapter or anything like that, because a 2-barrel will run a Sniper, but right now the way that you have to do a 2-barrel is you have to get this. You have to get one of these manifolds, and then you have to put the adapter plate on here to go to a 2-barrel and everything like that. And this thing, I mean, this is one of those things that people think are made out of gold. And, you know, so these are going for $300-400 right now. And I'm trying to get that thing made and everything like that for, you know, try to get it, that'll be purpose made for it. So if that's even the same price, it'd be a better value because it's actually made for what you want to do instead of buying something that you have to adapt. But yeah, we've got carburetors. There's a carburetor up there. There's a carburetor on a manifold down here. This is that.
You got your display, your plastic cut out of a rotary engine.
Yep. So one of the things that I'm going to do is I just got a bigger printer. So I'm going to be 3D printing hollowed out kegs, so somebody can mock up their car with a complete keg that'll weigh 10 pounds, less than 10 pounds. So they can just lift it in and out, and it'll have threaded holes so you can put a manifold on it. You can mount everything up, but the whole keg, it'll be a mock-up keg that you can just put in there and everything like that.
That's a good idea.
And when it comes apart, it'll just be completely hollow. I won't even have the inner water housings, anything like that. It's going to be like the foamy engines, you know, that they do for 350s and the, you know, big blocks and stuff like that. And then this is that alternator bracket that I designed and made. So this goes there, and there's your adjustment, and then the amount of Chevy alternator on there.
And now we'll move on to this, another FB.
So that's,
and what's the story on this one?
That's another completely stock. Well, it's mostly stock FB 84 with an automatic transmission in it, and that's my daily driver. Its name is Dee Dee.
Okay. And it has a similar control setup as your rally car.
Yep. Has the same hand controls in it.
You even got a little zebra blanket up there.
Yeah. We put that up there to be able to set that spoiler up there. That's one of the IMSA spoilers. And I borrowed that from a guy in Albuquerque. And we just had it repainted, so it's just up there being protected until we can get it to Albuquerque. And it doesn't have the headlight buckets in it because I'm fitting a flush headlight set in it. And that's one of the things that we do, or that we do here at Zebra Built, is nothing goes out until we've fit it on the car. So you can see underneath there that that's why I said stock-ish, is that car has a different exhaust on it because we're working on a prototype Holley sniper setup on that car, where I made an adapter plate that puts a Holley sniper right on the Nicky carburetor manifold. So that's one of the things that we're going to be able to offer is a weekend fuel injection kit.
Yeah.
So you literally can just take your Nicky carburetor off, put this adapter plate on that, and then bolt a 2-barrel sniper onto a stock 12A car, and in a weekend you can have fuel injection.
That would be it. That would be nice. Like just everything you need right there in one
thing.
Kit.
Yep. So I'm working on possibly becoming a Holley distributor so that I can sell the entire kit.
Okay, so these were the flush headlights you were talking about that you put on your daily driver.
Yep. So I'm finishing these up for a guy in Texas, and what I do is, this is the lens and everything on there. I'll put the hardware on there and everything like that. But that's what it'll look like. Dust that off and everything. But what we do, or what I like to do, is this is all pre-wired and everything like that, and it'll come with the other connectors that you need to wire it up and everything, and then some instructions and stuff. So before I send this out, I will actually put these lights on that car, and I'll set up a board here, and I'll try to pre-adjust them so that when the guy gets them, he pretty much just has to install them and they're ready to go. I mean, they can all the angles and everything like that can be adjusted to his liking and everything like that. But I will put them on that car and make sure they work, and make sure they're gonna be good.
And again, this is all like word of mouth. Somebody just calls you up and say, "Hey, can I?"
Yep.
You know what? Those look pretty cool. I want one of those for my car. Can you make me a set?
Yep. Pretty much. The guy that we bought the company from, we bought all the molds and everything like that. If people contact him, he directs them to us, or in word of mouth on the Facebook groups and stuff like that. Everybody knows that we have all those molds and stuff like that. So people just contact us and everything. But wow. So this is a front end of a car that I just acquired, and what we're going to do with that is we're going to it's going to be a display front end to display flush headlights, a hood scooped, a hood that has a hood scoop in it, our corner lights that we make, and stuff like that. So we literally got the front end of an older car. I think it was crashed in the back or something. So we got the front end off it so we can make a display piece to take to shows like 7 Stock and stuff like that, to display some of our stuff without having to take a whole car.
All right.
And then this car right here, this car is being built into a drift car. It's actually getting an engine swap, which my feeling on that is mixed. I love rotary stuff and everything like that, but the guy who we're building a drift car for, he wants to put a Duratec, like a Mazda Duratec motor in it. So we just started tearing this one down. But this car has a little bit of a history to it also. This is an old SCCA rallycross car where you can see the stickers on the back there and everything. And this car was actually built by Rod Millen's mechanic.
Okay.
Yep. So this engine, this is a street ported 13B in this car. I'll open up the hood on the other side here. Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so this, we've taken some parts off of this thing for the rally car and everything like that. That's why there's no radiator shroud or anything like that. So we've started tearing this car down already because we're, this chassis is gonna get turned into a drift car with a Duratec 4-cylinder in it. And then we come over to this one. This is going to be my road race car. I'm building a time attack car with this one here. And this one is probably going to get the engine from this one put in it and everything. And this is going to be my time attack car, because this is a caged car. This is a welded caged car that I picked up a couple years ago, and it's just been sitting waiting for something to happen. There's the gas tank is sitting in here. That gas tank might go with that purple and yellow car out front.
Do you find it harder to get parts for these first gens nowadays? Are they starting to dry up, or do you?
Yeah, it's a little harder
to
find some parts. And then one of the things about that is the parts, if you can find them, people think it's all made of gold now.
Right.
And when, you know, some of the stuff that's harder to find, like taillight lenses, that kind of stuff, you know, that's a pretty good commodity to have.
And keep it reasonable.
Yeah.
Please, guys.
Oh yeah, I like to keep things really reasonable. Like this car right here. This is one of my cars that's for sale. And this is a fairly complete car. It probably needs a little work. I'm going to cruise the other side and open up this hood. So this one is this one I bought in a lot with a couple of the race cars that are around here and everything. And this is a completely stock 12A car, untouched Nicky carburetor, probably needs to be gone through. There's a couple of vacuum lines and stuff like that need to be, you know, done on this thing. But this is one of those cars, you know, where you know, when I got it, it ran when parked.
Right. Is the door open?
Yeah, it does. Yep, it's unlocked.
I'll take a peek in here.
Yep, it's a little dirty, but.
So what would you ask for something like this, or do you want to say?
I'm asking $35 for this one.
Okay.
$3,500. That might go up a little bit. As you can see, it's over here in what we call this is the prep lot. So it got moved over here from the parts department lot. It got moved over here because this is on the list to be looked at to get running. And honestly, if we get it running, it's probably still going to be like 4.
So if someone has an old RX-7 they don't know what to do with, are you accepting more at this time?
Bring it on over. We'll take a look at it.
This looks like an interesting one. Was this raced at one time?
Yes, that's one of the old Phoenix area Spec 7 cars, and that one is also for sale. And that one runs.
The yellow one?
Yep. Right now, if you got in that car and turned the key, that thing would start up, and that's rowdy.
And what are the plans for this one? Just
the red one is Joe's, and he's planning on putting a turbo motor in it. That's the one that Joe used to take to shows and stuff like that, and now it needs some love because it used to be just a pristine paint job and everything like that. Now it's sat for a little while, but so that one's gonna get some love. That's the next one that's gonna come up over in the prep area here.
And a brilliant black.
Yep, that's a 79.
It's got the original waffle wheels.
Yep.
Is that metal or glass?
I've taken the bumpers off because I'm actually going to make a fiberglass mold of the bumpers to offer fiberglass SA bumpers. And then on the other side of the casita here, there's 2 more parts FBs over there. And then directly on the other side of it, there's a FC convertible.
Okay, let's go exploring.
All right, come on this way. Willow the Wonder Dog is feeling left out. I put a block on her door. Yep. So over here we've got an FC convertible that is in the works for something in the future. Get that going again. That's one of Joe's cars.
Is there a 13B inside there?
There is.
Okay.
And it runs, or it did when parked. And then those 2
more back
FBs
here.
there. This side of the yard is what we call the parts department. We got a Black Hawk flying over.
Nothing to worry about. Everything's good.
Right?
Well, I've lost count, but
1, 2, 3. Cars are RX7's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 15 RX7's here. Wow. And then add the 3 MGs.
But you know, there's also some empty space I see. So
that's right.
There's opportunity.
So we're dusting off a couple of old models that I got. I used to be, right before COVID, I was a part owner of a RC drift track at the Metro Mall, and the guy next door collected models and stuff. So I've got a few of these models that are, this one's, I think most of the parts are there, but it was started and everything like that. So so this one's like this, and then I got this kind of rare one here, that it's an SA, but it's a motorized one.
So yeah, those things are worth some money nowadays.
Yeah, so this one came with a motor and everything, and a way to put one single AA battery in there and everything, and then you could just turn the wheels and lock them, and it would just drive around in circles or whatever.
And it's mock green.
Yeah, right.
The most desirable color.
Yeah. And then he had the rotary engine right there too. It's a twin dizzy. Even.
Did you 3D print that, or
no? This is a model that was available back in the day. So this is a twin dizzy, and this has I think you put batteries up in there or a motor or whatever, and this would actually run. And these are actually wired lights, so they would actually fire and everything. So this used to be a running motor, and the switch was the shifter was on off. There's a switch in there.
It's kind of like an educational toy, so you could see.
Yeah, exactly.
How the rotors work.
Yep. And then some guys that used to work for me helped make an RC car of my rally car.
Oh, nice.
So when we just never really finished it, but this is a working thing.
You got a lot of projects going on.
Yeah, that's why.
You were showing me a couple of the parts you 3D printed here.
Yep. Yeah, so there's a
rotor.
Yep, there's a rotor. It has an insert in there and everything like that because it's actually part of a bigger thing. When we go back out to the shed, I can show you the motorized version of this because I have a motorized housing and everything like that. The rotor actually turns around and everything in it.
Well, you are a very busy guy.
Yep. But I've got this 3D printer here. I just ordered the bigger one. It's probably twice this size.
Your keychain you designed.
Oh yeah. Keychain. I can put either my logo or I can put your name in it on the back. And then one of the things that we're doing now too is being able to I just got a really good scanner, so I'll be able to scan some of the obscure parts that nobody makes anymore, and do that. That's like our headlight housings, these things right here, or our turn signal housings. So I 3D scan that, and then make these things, and I put like a 3/4 inch LED in there to make OEM replacements with an LED.
Dog. We ordered a wonder dog.
You want to introduce your pup to everyone?
This is Willow, the wonder dog.
And you said she's being trained to be a service dog.
She is. Yep. She will recycle. You want to recycle something? Hey, look at this box. You want to get this one? Hey, this box right here. That box. Let's go recycle it. Come on, get it. Get that box. Let's go recycle.
Oh, they're still out at the curb. It's usually, the recycle bin's usually right here, but it's out at the curb, so she didn't know where it was, so she just dropped it. But she recycles. That's one of the things that she does.
Well, Corbin, I want to thank you so much for being a good sport and letting us have a glimpse at your collection here today. Yeah. And you know, you're a man of many projects, and we wish you the best of success.
Sorry, it's so discombobulated.
Oh, no, I think, you know, there's a lot of people out there that identify with your process. And, so, yeah, a typical car guy through and through. And it was a pleasure seeing your collection and seeing all the projects, Zebra Built Racing, that you're working on right now. And we'll look for you in the future.
All right. Cool. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.